Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. See what Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi has done after the Supreme Court judgment. Yes, yesterday we saw Nigerian Supreme Court affirm President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president. They said he is now Nigerian's president and that according to Wiki, he is free to concentrate and rule the country. They dismissed Chicago State University certificate, called it a beautiful joke, and what have you. They rewrote our constitution, saying 25% means nothing to mention but a few. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. See what Atiku and Obi has done after Supreme Court verdicts. The presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and his Labour Party counterpart, Peter Obi, have kept mute over the judgment of the Supreme Court on 23rd or 25th February presidential election in Nigeria. Reports that the Apex Court on Thursday upheld the victory of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress. The Apex Court, in its ruling, dismissed the appeals of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and Obi over claims of fraud, electoral law violation, Tinubu's inability to run for office as president for lacking merit. A 7-judge panel led by Justice Okoro trashed all grounds of appeal of Atiku and the People Democratic Party on qualification, non-compliance with Electoral Act, the 20% vote in FCT, and electoral malpractices. The PDP candidate also sought to introduce new evidence with claims that Tinubu submitted a forged certificate from the Chicago State University as a qualification requisite for the election to the commission when he applied to run for office. However, with all this evidence, the Apex Court dismissed Atiku's appeal to admit his evidence from the American University, saying the time for the submission of fresh appeal has elapsed, and so they're taking it no more. Ruling on Peter Obi's appeal on the issue of double nomination, the Vice President Kashim Shettima, over Peter Obi's appeal on the issue of double nomination, the Vice President Kashim, the court held that the issue has been dealt with on May 26, and there was no need to bring it up again. Can you imagine? At the time of filing this report, the PDP and Labour Party presidential candidates have not reacted to the judgment of the Apex Court, but their respective parties have issued statements. Both presidential candidates have been mute, however. So that's where we are at the moment. Peter Obi has not said a word, because before your very eyes, you see justice, turn away before your very eyes. And you are wondering, is this the Nigeria we once fought for? Is it the same Nigeria? So B and Atiku has been mute. They've not said a word, thinking one was going to the appeal court, and the appeal court will be able to look at things, from a broader perspective and ensure that things were done properly. Guess what? It's a different ballgame altogether. The very court you thought you're going to be looking at, the very people you thought are going to look at all the evidences. For crying out loud, really sincerely, truly speaking, I don't think most people expected much from the Supreme Court. But again, as a way of courtesy, many people have said, you know what, why not? If not, let's give it a try. Because apart from spending money to ensure that truth is manifested, to ensure that we get to the bottom of it, emotions have been involved, wanting to correct every wrong that have gone on in this country. A nation where those who are qualified, those who should take on the nation's lead, are not the ones in the position of authority. Some other persons, some other people are the ones who call the shots. and it's affecting the nation is glaring for all to see. But guess what? They tell you, shut up. We are the ones in charge. You can't say a word. How sad? How sad can that really be? So, my dear, Atiku and Obi has been mute. Nothing has come out. They've not said any word. They've not responded since the courts of appeal, since the Supreme Court made her judgment. No words at all, and everybody has been, just the atmosphere, has been tensed in a country where people feel that justice have been served. You will see the citizens go out on the street. There'll be massive jubilation all across the lines. But guess what? The only jubilation we saw in Nigeria after the court's judgment was from Tinubu's camp. That was the only jubilation we saw. It was Tinubu and his guys that were the ones, rejoicing and, saying, yes, it's time for us to do A, B, C, D, Z. But for others, Nigerians, the whole place was as silent. It's like when they said Tinubu won the election, everybody was wondering, everybody began to look and wonder, he won. When Buhari won in 2015 and Nigerians thought change was coming, you could see it, you could touch it, you could feel it, you could smell it in the atmosphere that Nigerians for a long time were happy thinking change will come. But in this case, it's a different ballgame altogether. And then you tell me that the people are happy? It's only you that is happy, to be quite candid. You are the only one who is happy. No other person but yourself. No other one but yourself. And so Obi and Atiku has been mute. No words have come from them with regards to the messages that has been, some people felt APC have destroyed Nigeria in no small way. Some people felt, it could have been different. It should have been different. Okay? It's really very awkward. Okay? It's really very, very awkward. And we want this nation to change. We want life to be better for Nigerians. But we need leaders, good leaders, who will channel the course of this. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. From us is bye for now. Remember, you have a voice. Let's speak out. Bye-bye.